I'm a huge anime fan. I would say anime probably has the biggest visual and audio influence on anything I do. I'm a big fan of like 90s anime, like late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, because like that's when they started airing it on like Adult Swim and like Toonami and like Cartoon Network and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan of like Akira. Like Berserk is a classic. It's essentially, it's the show that inspired, like Dark Souls, Skyrim, like all those like very like, magical type, like medieval castle type vibe. But the story is really like I connect to the story a lot because it's like somebody who has been like cast out by his community basically, and he needs to become essentially the biggest evil to defeat the biggest evil, so he becomes it's kind of like Deadpool or Spawn, where like he becomes evil itself in order to defeat evil. Like it's a really cool story. Like it's like, and the art is insane too. But yeah, Akira, Berserk, Devilman is up there as well. But I guess out of new anime, Samurai Champloo is like insane because it's got like Nuja Beats, it's got like that very lo-fi hip hop sound. Like the whole soundtrack is, I think it's all Nuja Beats music. Like it's either unreleased music or it's like there's like 3 albums for Samurai Champloo and it's all instrumental music. It's insane. Yeah, so Samurai Champloo for mid 2000s anime, I would say is like, it's classic. As far as video games go, I'm a huge fan of like, like Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Tetris. I'm a huge fan of Tetris. Fortnite, I play way too much. Doom is like one of my all-time favorites. Like I grew up playing like Wolfenstein 3D and like Oregon Trail. Like, cause we had like a Windows 98 PC in our house. So like I had like 8-bit Oregon Trail, 8-bit Wolfenstein 3D. Then we got an XP computer and we had pinball. That was pretty epic. But yeah, I think like as of now, I would say Tetris, Doom, Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil is like that's like my video game. Like that's my whole collection basically right there. I see gaming going in a very gradual, like, okay, here's what I hope happens to gaming with VR and AR and everything else. I hope that they take time to actually start finishing games. And, like it's been a trend to like 80 or 90% complete a game as far as like making it, promote the crap out of it, make it like so take the Doom approach, for example, where they announced Doom in 90, I think it came out in 93. They announced it before they even made the game. So they had announced it and they had a year, I think, to make this crazy game Doom, and they did it, and it's one of the most influential games of all time. But like, again, that template doesn't work with every game. Like Cyberpunk 2077, No Man's Sky. There's so many games that launch broken that what I would love to see happen is you just take some more time. There's no PS5s out there anyway. People can't get them. So it's like, it's, but it's the same thing with music too. I've had 2 years to like stop and reevaluate and regroup and figure out what the hell I'm doing. I think if the gaming space, which is, it just doesn't make sense for it to stop, but with VR and all this other stuff, I feel like there's so much potential for these, and there are like crazy game-changing experiences out there, but like most of these games are shipping broken. It's like not most of them, but a lot of them are shipping broken, and it's like an older example of that, I would say, is like when they put out ET for, I think it was Atari. I don't know if it was Atari 2600 or SNES, but it was so bad that they were finding landfills. Supposedly, it's a rumor, they were finding landfills full of the game because people were mass throwing them out because it sold that badly that they had to literally like incinerate copies of it. So yeah, just make games better. So the ET game that was made for Atari 2600 was actually found in landfills in New Mexico because it was that bad. I love it though. I don't really know very much about NFTs other than like I collected Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards growing up, and essentially, if what I think about NFTs is correct, it feels very much like a digital version of, let's say, like Pogs or Mighty Beans or Yu-Gi-Oh or Beyblade, like Pokemon. Like you're trying to catch them all, you know, and you want to get the one that's ultra rare or secret rare, or the one that they only have one of that they made because it was a Murakami collab with so and so, and like you want to like it's literally just, I feel like it's you know, there is a lot of utility behind it in the future. I don't really know. I can't really speak on it because I don't really know too much about it. But from the collector's standpoint of like wanting to collect the shiniest thing, I feel like, I don't know. I would love to create something with actual like fan give back, and you know, I almost don't want to sell an NFT. I would love to almost like sell one, you know, because here's the thing, like going back to the gaming example for a second, the company Valve released this, or they're releasing the Steam Deck, which is like it's like a Nintendo Switch, but it's a PC, and they're selling them at a loss because they know that once people are in that environment, they're going to buy more games on Steam. So Valve owns Steam, so you buy the hardware at a loss, and you're going to buy more games because whatever. So like, I would rather give the fans an NFT that has some sort of tie back to what I'm doing than just go, here's a super rare thing, it's $100,000, fuck you. You know, I feel like that's what a lot of the NFT stuff is. I'm not saying all of it, but I feel like a lot of it is like pump and dump, or, you know, it's just been like kind of, you know, kind of sketch. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for, you know, I'm waiting for the Blue Eyes White Dragon NFT. That's what I'm waiting for.